Hello everyone, we are back with another brand new video of the GitLab series. In the last video, we went through about GitLab Quick Actions. If you haven't watched it yet, I highly recommend you to go and watch the video. If you have not subscribed to our channel yet, do not forget to press the subscribe button. So in today's video, we will learn how to configure a GitLab private runner on Mac. The GitLab private runner installation process can be done in two ways. One of the way could be using the Homebrew package manager, and the other way is the manual installation. So in today's video, we will install manually. So you do not have to worry at all because I'm going to show you a step-by-step installation process. So to install GitLab runner using Homebrew package manager, we need to run actually two commands. So one command is to install the runner, so which is brew install gitlab-runner, and the other one is just to start the service. So first command will install the GitLab runner, which is brew install gitlab-runner, and the second command which will run the service. So we need to run brew services start GitLab runner. So these will run GitLab runner in the background. So there are limitations on Mac. So the service needs to be installed from a terminal window, logged in as a current user. Only then you will be able to manage the service. So this was all about automatic installation process, more or less. So there are two commands that you have to run, which is installation of the GitLab runner and then starting the service. Now let's have a look on the documentation. So open up a browser and type in install GitLab private runner and click on the link. So now you can see there are a couple of options for different operating systems: Mac OS, Linux OS, Windows, and some other operating systems. This documentation has a step-by-step guide. So first of all, we need to download the binary, and then we need to give the execution permission. It's because when we install it, you will see it doesn't have the execution permission, the binaries. So therefore, we need to give the execution permission. Manual installation process, I will also write the steps, and later on in the video description I will paste them. So in the first step, we're gonna use the curl command, and curl command will download the binary to /user/local/bin. So in the next step, we need to give GitLab runner execution permission since it doesn't have it. So chmod +x will give execution permission to everyone. So literally is the owner of the file, is the group users, and also the other user as well. So now let's go back to the documentation again and see the next step. In the next step, we can see that we need to register the runner. So in the next step, we need to register our runner that we have just downloaded, and then we need to cd to /user/local/bin directory where we have GitLab runner binary already. So we need to go and run GitLab runner -install, and then right after we can start the service. So that will start the service in the background. So to register the runner, we need to run GitLab-runner followed by register, which will let us register the runner to gitlab.com. Alright, let's get back to the documentation, and we're gonna grab GitLab runner install and GitLab runner start commands, and we'll paste it in our readme.md file so that we can just copy them and paste it into the terminal when we do the installation. So once we have installed GitLab runner, we need to also reboot the system to make it working. Actually, when I was doing this video, I think I have not started my computer. Most likely I just restarted or reloaded the GitLab runner. As per the documentation, system has to be rebooted. In case it's not working for you, just make sure you have rebooted your system. I don't currently remember if I have done that restart, but I'm pretty sure I have not done the restart. I just reloaded the runner. Alright, so now we have documented all the commands that we need to run or execute during the installation process. I think we are all good now, so we can let's go ahead and install the process now. In the documentation, there is one section where it talks about limitations on Mac, and if you're interested, you can read up more here. If you scroll down in the documentation, you can find a lot of information about GitLab Runner. For example, how to start a runner, how to register, unregister, how to stop a runner. So you can read that up and you will find all the information that you require to manage your or administer your GitLab Runner on your local computer. So now go to your project and click on settings, and then CI/CD, and then click on runners, and you can see specific runners. These runners are specific to the project, so this can be installed on Kubernetes, for example, or on a specific machine, Windows machine, Linux machine, Mac OS, or on some other platform. Let's go and do the installation now. So I have VS Code and I have opened also the terminal. So I will just paste the first command to download GitLab Runner to /user/local/bin directory. So this file is very small, so it should not take more than a minute or something like that. So I believe it has taken like a couple of seconds for me. So yeah, alright, so download is completed. So now we're gonna go to /user/local/bin directory. Yeah, so we have the file there. So let's see the file permission now. As we talked about, it didn't have the execution permission, so now you can see that it doesn't have the execution permission. So we need to give the execution permission to install the service. So since we don't have the execution permission, so we're gonna go and grab the command and paste it in the terminal so that GitLab Runner has the execution permission. Alright, so now we have given the permission, so we're gonna do the registration. So registration, since we did not add GitLab Runner in our path, therefore we need to cd to /user/local/bin where GitLab Runner is located. So GitLab Runner register actually doing one very important thing, which is when you register a runner, you are actually setting up communication between our gitlab.com and to our local machine where GitLab Runner is installed. So in the GitLab instance URL, we pass in the gitlab.com address and then the registration token. That's what we need to pass in to authenticate. In the next step, we need to pass in the tag name. So tag is the one that will determine in which runner the job to be run or job to be executed. And then we have the executor, which is very important. So in here we are telling whether we want to have a shell executor or a Docker executor or a Docker machine executor. So in this case we choose shell executor. So in here you can see a couple of settings. So you can update or tweak your settings based on your needs, and you can also see the IP addresses as well and also the tag. So a lot of information actually presented here, and you always come here and tweak it if you need to. So GitLab Runner followed by status command tells you whether the runner is running or not. So right now the service is not installed, so we need to run in the GitLab Runner install command. So let's run that command to install GitLab Runner. Alright, so now our GitLab Runner is installed. So the next step is to start the service. We have not started the service yet, right? So now we have started the service, and we can go back to status command and we can see service is running. The warning sign we have seen before is because we have registered the runner but we did not install the runner, therefore gitlab.com could not connect to our local computer. So this is why there was the warning. So when you need help and you don't know exactly what to do, you can always go to GitLab Runner --shelf. It shows you a lot of options like register, uninstall, stop, start, a lot of options you can choose from. Since we have started GitLab service on our Mac machine, and this is why gitlab.com shows you green color, which indicates that gitlab.com can communicate to our local machine, which is Mac machine. Alright, excellent. So now we have configured our GitLab private runner and we have also registered it successfully. Alright, in the next video what we are gonna do is that we will write a simple gitlab-ci.yaml file, and we will trigger the CI job on our Mac machine. Alright, I just suddenly remember that we are not done yet. It's because I also wanted to register a Docker executor, because without a Docker executor I think this video is not going to be completed. So we can configure the runner by editing the config.toml file. This is the file that is installed during the runner installation process. So in this file you can edit settings for a specific runner or for all runners. You can specify settings like logging and cache. You can set concurrency, memory, CPU, limits, and much more. So if you look at the toml file, you can see concurrent equal 1, which means that you can run only one job. So if your Mac machine is powerful, can handle load, then you can increase the number to 5, 10, 20, depending on how powerful your computer is. Here we have a very good scenario. If you have noticed, we have registered a shell executor, but we did not unregister it. So if we now register a Docker executor, what will happen? Will it be still shell executor or Docker executor? Actually, the answer is going to be the latest one. So in our case, the latest one is the Docker executor. So it's going to be the Docker executor. It's not going to be shell executor anymore. So in the Docker executor, you need to pass in the image name. So in here we pass in Alpine latest image. So when you run your CI job in gitlab.com, then it's going to trigger, or it's going to pull the Alpine image to run the job within the container. As you can see, when we run GitLab runner list command, we can see both executor, which is Docker. One of them is Docker, the other one is shell. So if you have not unregistered, all of them will be popped up when you run the list command. So to unregister, you just need to pass in GitLab runner unregister and follow the instructions. So now open up a browser and then click on settings, go to your project, click on settings, then CI/CD, and then runners. Then you should be able to see your specific runner. So there you can edit the runner, you can pause the runner, and you can remove the runner completely. Alright, so we are done setting up the private runner, and thanks for watching my video. That's it for today, and if you have not subscribed to my channel, please press the subscribe button and stay with us. Thank you very much. See you next time.